And now.
Our film is about a suburban dad, Dan Morgan, played by the wonderful Mark Wahlberg. He is what you find out the film to be, an ex-assassin, and when his past catches up with him, he takes the family on the run. They think they're going on a family vacation, of course, but it's something other than that.
When you meet Dan, he's very happy living in his suburban life. He's a used car salesman. He's got a family at home. Everybody thinks he's pretty passive, not very motivated, but he's obviously got a dark secret. And as soon as he gets into a bit of trouble, which ends up going viral, then he knows he's going to be in immediate danger and he's got to get his family out of there. But then as we go on the road, eventually, more and more danger coming towards us, my wife sees who I really am. I've been dying to tell her. I've been trying every chance I get to tell her who I really am and what my past is like. And then, of course, I never get up the courage until she sees me in action. And then, the cat's out of the bag, per se. But, if she's seen me now speaking fluent German and fluent French, and she's just completely baffled about all these things that she's learning about me along this journey. But then, of course, once we get to Vegas, everything goes sideways.
Yeah, the tone of this film is going to be very important. It's an action movie, I guess, or there's a lot of action in it. It's a comedy, and it's about a family. And I think the thing that jams in between the action and the comedy, and that I hope makes the film work, is the family. The family are fun and they're funny, and they are, I think, relatable, and we would have family members like that. And I think that that's what I'm hoping is the secret sauce of the film, is that sure, it is fun and it's exciting, but it's grounded in a sort of reality that every single one of us can relate to.
It's a very heightened road trip film. The most heightened road trip film I've ever experienced. But I will say too, well, like I said earlier, it is a dramedy, but at the same time, I love the script because it was very sort of like, you get that comedy, you get that the relationships are really beautiful, they're very touching. And then you also get, this sort of, this duality of the life that he's lived and him being faced with, the past and the present and his choices. And so that's always fun too, because, we make so many movies about people that lead double lives, and it's just interesting.
Michelle Monaghan is playing Jessica Morgan, and her and I had worked together once in a very different kind of film. And with this, we're just having fun. So seeing her, doing comedy, doing the action, as well as, us just having great chemistry. It really comes down to the chemistry. And I feel like, I don't say this after every movie, but she's definitely probably the most fun to work with of all my film experiences.
Dan Morgan, so obviously that he is played by Mark Wahlberg, who is, absolutely fantastic. He's one of the sweetest people I've ever met, and I've been able to learn so much from him, not only just with his experience in the action genre, but also just his amazing work ethic and his phenomenal acting skills. So getting the opportunity to work with him and learn from him has truly been amazing, and not to mention he has a phenomenal team of people that he kind of has traveling with him on all the jobs he does, and he's just got a great little family that he brings around. It's been so amazing getting to know all of them.
Mark Wahlberg, who plays Dan, is just fantastic to work with. I worked with him before on a film called Arthur the King. He's obviously a brilliant actor, he's obviously a big movie star, but he's so straightforward to work with. He's incredibly well prepared, he has great ideas, he has strong opinions, he's very collaborative, and he's really good fun. And one of his sort of rules is to keep things as natural and as real as possible, which I just love. So, he's brilliantly cast in this, but he can do anything as far as I'm concerned.
What we wanted to make it feel very real, and we're shooting it practically, and we're putting the actors, including myself, in these situations as much as possible. I think you want it to feel super cool, but you also want it to be grounded enough that it's believable. And I've worked with these guys quite a bit, and they're the best at what they do. And of course, we've assembled the best stunt team, the best doubles, and so we're making some really cool action sequences.
I think this is a part that Michelle was basically born to play. She does this brilliant thing of, she can get away with being a sort of soccer mom, a happily married but wondering what life has. And then she suddenly sort of transforms into this really glamorous, cool, ass-kicking person. And she's got such a fantastic comedy timing to her. She's sort of great at improvising, which Mark loves. The two of them together were just sort of, they were so easy and fast and fluent with each other. So she just knocked it out of the park.
Michelle and I have known each other we did a film together. I just did the math the other day, and I guess it's like 17 years ago, which is like, seems impossible, because I'm only, in my early 20s. And so we have a history, and I had come on before her, actually, and then when I found out that it was her, I was so excited, because I always said that when I did that movie, I worked with like two of the coolest girls in Hollywood, and one was Michelle and one was Carrie Russell, because they're just like so easy and talented and fun, and it's like you can get really great work and still have a great time and all of that. And so I'm happy to report that 17 years later, it's still true about Michelle, and we sort of like turn to each other like every hour on the hour during all our action stuff, and we're just like, thank God it's you. Like, thank God I have a partner in this that I know and I trust and I'm very familiar with, so that's been really fun.
I'm excited as a mom because this is something I can watch with my kids, but it's an absolute thrill ride. I mean, there's so much action. There's more action in it than I even thought there was going to be. It's funny and it's sweet and it's action packed.
I think it's a popcorn movie. I think it's a film that you'll be able to sit back and have a really fun, wild ride. But also, I don't think it's a film where you're just going to sort of switch off and zone out. I think you're just going to be very engaged in the people and what's happening to them. Even though we have quite a heightened story, we have a very grounded family. And the clash of those two things, plus the mix of sort of humor and action, is going to keep you glued to your seat.
Simon's so great, because we had some really cool conversations before I took the film just about, what we could do. And I basically was like, Simon, tell me what you think I can really bring to this. Like, if I can't bring something fun and interesting, I really don't want to do it. I mean, it has to be like, we have to have a plan for something that, really makes it punch the way that we want it to. And he's like, no, and here it is. And so we sort of kind of had like some workshopping phone calls before it all happened. And I think that helped me kind of wrap around what it was that I could bring, because when I saw it at first, I was halfway there, but Simon was able to kind of bring me the other halfway. He's wonderful.
He shoots really fast. He's very, very aware of actors and what they have to go through, and put you in the best kind of position to feel confident enough to look ridiculous, fail, and know that you're still protected. And he's fun. He enjoys the process as much as everybody. And he really gets everybody else involved, so it's been a blast.
Wait. Go. Mwah! New record.
This is crazy. This is totally crazy, Dan. Okay, we're doing it. We're going to Vegas. Oh, God. You were so weird.
You like it?
Love it.
Love you too. All right, come on, guys. Let's go now. Come on.
Let's go.
Come on.